Well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our December 15th Team Huddle. My name is Kim Cardenas. I'm a Regional Vice President and Arbonne Independent Consultant. And I just love saying that because I want you guys to realize that one day that will be the same for you. You will be able to say the same and have your team on here and be able to welcome them and train them and just be excited for their growth, just like I'm excited for you guys growing your Arbonne businesses. All right, so I always like to, at the beginning, I like to take a moment and welcome our new consultants. So we have Susan Smith on here. Welcome, Susan. We're so glad you're on here. And Selah, even though you're kind of sort of new, I want to welcome you for jumping on our Team Huddle tonight. So glad to see all of you guys on. All right, this is one's going to be kind of quick tonight because there is a Zoom right after this one. Starts at 8:30. If you guys paid for it, I know it was, I think it was $30 to get on and hear some rock stars talk about building their Arbonne businesses. I know a couple of you guys paid for that, and we'll be on that tonight. So we're going to get through this pretty quickly, but I do have a couple things I want to say. All right, so let's talk about our Team Huddle schedule since we are getting to the holidays. There will be no Team Huddle next Sunday. It's the week of Christmas, so be with your families and just really, celebrate Christmas, and don't worry about your Arbonne businesses really for the next that week of Christmas. Everybody should be totally enjoying your family. That's because we're entrepreneurs and we have our own businesses. We get to decide when we work and when we don't work. And I can assure you, almost all Arbonne consultants take off that week of Christmas because we ask the boss if we can have it off. I ask myself, can I have this week off of Christmas? And my boss, me, says, yes, definitely take that week off. So I encourage you guys to take that week off. But if you want to work your business, hey, it's your business, go right ahead. But I won't be working that week of Christmas. So our next Team Huddle will be December 29th. And we will meet that evening at 8 o'clock, same time, because we're going to talk about closing the month strong because we'll still have a couple of days left in December. Now, there is a Nation mid-month Zoom tomorrow night at 8 p.m. They've not put up any information about it, but I did hear confirmation that there was going to be one. I personally will not be on, and I'm just telling you this because I have a live Discover Arbonne to go to, and I'm presenting, and I have guests coming. And if anybody else is in Hot Springs and you guys want to go and bring guests, it is okay not to be on the mid-month Nation Zoom, but I just wanted to let you guys know that I won't be on there tomorrow because I will be doing a Discover Arbonne. All right, so what's next in what we're talking about, like right now, what's next? So I'm working, this week, December 16th through the 21st, and I'm working my business really hard. I'm not working it all day, every day, but I will devote an hour to 2 hours and maybe 3, depending on what I'm doing, to my business. And it won't be all in one chunk of time because I got too much to do. So I will be dividing that time up and I will be working my business. And so what we need to focus on this week from the 16th to the 21st is getting people on the January 1st 30 Days to Healthy Living. And telling them about the special that Arbonne put out there for us. What a surprise, that Arbonne put that out there for us mid-month. And actually that special goes all the way through mid-January, so, and they did say, although the ASV, they did say while supplies last, so I don't know how much supplies they are, but they did say it goes through the 14th of January. Now remember, it can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches to get somebody interested in doing the 30 days to healthy living and interested in the business, but we're talking about 30 days. It takes several touches, so go ahead and start those touches now so that by the end of the month, when we get back to working our business after Christmas, that you can make those last 2 touches and say, we're getting ready to start. You've got to get your order in now. I know you're interested. Let's get on board. Let's do this 30 days to healthy living together. And I highly encourage all of you to do the 30 days to healthy living. If you don't want to start start on the one on the 6th, then you start the next one, which the one on the 1st, then start the next one on the 6th. Because when people see you doing it, they're going to be more likely to do it with you. Okay, so start reaching out, start touching these people right now and giving them the information and sharing your 30 days to healthy living story with them now, so that when you follow up, if it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, you get those touches in before the end of the month. Okay, so that's what I'm going to be working on this week, and that's what I highly recommend you guys be working on, because at least 50% of our population makes a New Year's resolution to lose weight and to get healthier. 50% of the population. Surely you can find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in your network that is of that 50% of the population that wants to get healthier or lose weight. Okay, so it's your job. Your business is to get out there and find those people. So you got to talk to a lot of people, you got to ask a lot of people. So get out there, start talking it up, tell them about your results that you've had on this program, and about how you're excited to do it again, to really clean up after the holidays. Holidays started back in October, at Halloween. And, many of us are just, overindulged, and it's really time to clean it up. And so encourage your friends, your family to do it with you. All right. So I'll be back to work on the 27th. I've already, I got up my planner today, and I planned out what I was going to work and what I was going to do for the different days. And so I'll be back to work on the 27th, and I'm going to work through the 31st. Because I want to close strong. I registered for the Arbonne incentive trip, and I hope all of you guys have registered. And so remember, there's double QV this month in your central district, or if you're at the consultant level, everything that you do is double qualifying volume to reach, to earn the Arbonne incentive trip. So it's all about a strong close starting December 27th through the 31st. So what's going to be my focus? The 30 days to healthy living. And I will also do a little bit of skincare and anything else if Arbonne puts anything else out, because people have Christmas money now. Okay, people got money for gifts, okay, as Christmas presents. So I will be, helping them shop, spend that money that they got. If they want something personal, some great skincare, and they have some money now, I'm going to help them shop for that. But I'm really going to be putting most of my effort into the 30 days to healthy living, because again, 50% of the population will make goals to lose weight and to get healthier. So I'm going to find my percentage of that 50%, because I have a percentage out there. So I just have to reach out and ask them. So I will be continuing asking people through the 31st. All right. And this is the time really to share your story. I mean, this time, you guys, if you're reading stories that stick, you already know how much weight your story carries. And even if you don't have your story perfected, and none of us do, it's always a work in progress. But, if you're listening or reading the book, go ahead, and when you're talking to people about 30 days to healthy living, share your story, just what you think about, because really you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. Okay, so start sharing your story. So our 30 days to healthy living schedule is, we have our first one starting on the 1st. Then there will be one starting every Monday during the month of January. So that's the 1st, the 6th, the 13th, and the 20th. And I don't tell anybody about the next one unless they say, I can't do it, or I don't want to do it on the 1st. Then I will say, and if there's but I really want to do it, then I'll say, oh, well, we have one starting on the 6th. Let's go ahead and get your order in, because really you need to get your order in December to get your products right on time for the 6th. All right. So I don't tell them about the next one until they say they really want to do it. And then I'll say, well, I did, but I can't do it this one. Then I'll say, well, we have one starting. And so again, so if they can't start the 6th, then I tell them about the 13th, but I go ahead and get their order in, because in years past, it won't happen this year because we're so much better. But in years past, we have run out of protein powder. Okay, there used to be back orders. I know there's several of you on here who remembers the back order of protein powder when we were trying to get protein to all the people who had signed up for our 30 Days to Healthy Living. It was a madhouse, but it has happened in the past. It won't. We've not had a problem with protein powder in the last year or two. But I just tell them there's so many people getting on board. The mail, the UPS is still slow. Let's go ahead and get your order in December, because you want to count for your double points. So do as much coaching and pushing as you can to get the order in December. But if you can't get it in December, then get it in January. It's all still good. All right. And then also during this time, the 27th through the 31st is also a great time to ask people to take a peek at the Arbonne business, because if they are the least bit interested, you can say whatever you buy for your business in December, you can use as a tax deduction when you go to file your taxes in 2020. So it's a great tax write-off, especially if they put in a big order and they buy business cards and they do all this stuff in at the end of December, their office supplies, anything that they need, that can all go towards a business expense when they file their taxes for 2019 during 2020. All right, so I have put on my schedule that I'm going to do a Dream Team Zoom, and this is going to be open for everybody on January 7th. Okay, so on January 7th. So if you get people interested in taking a peek at the business, then let's get them on the January Zoom, and it'll be just like this, and I'll be doing a Discover Arbonne, and I may have a couple of you guys share your story, especially if you have guests on. I do want you to speak a moment, and share something about, yourself and your story. All right, so that will be on January 7th. All right, so looking into January and working our businesses, one thing that I just want you to get you prepared for, I'll talk a little bit more about this on our next Zoom, the last one we have in December, is that how much I love this Daily Method for Success sheet. So we're going to go starting January 1. This is going to be a big part of our business. If it's not been a part of your business yet, we're going to make it a part of your business, because this is your roadmap of what you do every day you work your business, on what you do to work your business. But we're also going to focus as much on the 40 faces, because it is the 40 faces is where the magic happens, because we know if we have conversations with 40 people every month, and we're telling them about the Arbonne products, and we're telling them about the Arbonne opportunity, that we are going to build a consistent business. We're going to have a consistently growing business. So this is the roadmap on how to get the 40 faces. So we're going to be doing both of these together. Your roadmap every day will bring 40 faces to you. Okay, that will be your 40 conversations that you're having with people. And so there will be an incentive starting in January that will focus on these two sheets. It's going to primarily focus on the 40 faces, but you will also be required to do your Daily Method for Success. But the 40 faces is also going to be a key component of it. So I wanted to go ahead and tell you early, so that when January 1 hits around, you're already filling out, in the beginning of January, you're already filling out your 40 faces. And these are people who you have conversations with about the products and or the business. All right, so that's just to let you know where we're going in January, and there's going to be a big incentive for this, for you guys, to do that. I want you guys to build strong, successful Arbonne businesses. And the way you do that is by doing the work. And the work is the Daily Method for Success. That's our roadmap. And then talking to 40 people is what gets us, what keeps our business consistently growing. All right. So that's what we're going to be working on in January. And then also in January, our book club starts. And so if you've not gotten your book and you want to join our book club, you need to go ahead and get your book. So Stories That Stick, if you guys are not reading it yet, go ahead and dig into it, because our Our first meeting to discuss this is going to be on January 5th. And so we'll read through the holidays, and January 5th, we're going to discuss chapters 1 through 7. So you need to read chapters 1 through 7 by the 5th. And the reason I love this book, and I know many of you guys have started, but some of you have not, is that telling your story, you know, makes a difference in how we connect and influence people. And once you read this book, it's just made so crystal clear about why our stories are so important in our type of business, okay? So again, so I hope all of you guys join in on our book club. Our book club will start at 8:45 on the Sundays that I gave you the dates, and I will post those dates on our Facebook page so everybody has them clear. But the first one is going to be January 5th. I can't remember what they are, but the couple of them are in a row, and then we skip a week because it gives you more time to write your story. All right, so the little bit of training that I wanted to do tonight, the quick bit of training, kind of it flows right into you know, how our stories connect and influence other people. So I wanted to talk about influence because this is a business. Arbonne is a business of influence. And so what is influence? It's learning to positively influence those around us, you know, is how we achieve Arbonne success. So that's really not what influence is, but that's why we need to be a person of influence, because it is when we talk to people, we need to be able to influence them to take a peek at the business or to try our products, join our 30 Days to Healthy Living. So we need to become a person of influence. So how, you know, can you increase your level of influence to achieve your Arbonne goals, you know, to grow your business as big as you want to grow it? Well, the main thing is personal development, because the more you grow as a person, the more influential you're going to be, the more out there you're going to, because you're just so confident in your abilities, you're confident in what you know about Arbonne, you're confident in what you know about health, you're confident in, you know, just everything there is about building an Arbonne business. So that comes from personal development, that comes from plugging in, that comes from reading the books that we recommend. But there are 5 stages of influence. And if you have time, another book, and you know the saying, and I know you've heard this in Arbonne, if you've been in Arbonne long enough, leaders are readers. And so I read lots of books because I want to become and be the best person I can be. I want to be the best leader I can be. I want to lead a team of hundreds of life changers. And so I read to become better. And so John Maxwell is, you know, just one of the best writers and motivational speakers when it comes to leadership. And so he has a book that's called How to Influence People. And so I took these 5 stages of influence, and they're hierarchical, and I'm only going to talk about 4. So the first one is modeling. And so if you want to become a person of influence and you're able to, reach the first level of influence, this is modeling. And so what are you modeling in Arbonne? We're modeling the Arbonne lifestyle. We're modeling a healthy lifestyle. People have got to see us, and they will want to model. They're looking to us and they see us. And so we're modeling for them. It's just like you model for your children, good behavior, good habits, good, polite language. You know, you're modeling for your children. So the same thing goes with your Arbonne business. If you want to be influential, then you have to model what you want people to do, what you want, how you want people to live, how you want people to join us. And so you have to model that Arbonne lifestyle. But you have to let people see it, okay? You just can't be at home and model it. You have to be out there. So that's either in social media and that's out there publicly in what you do every day. You have to model that Arbonne healthy lifestyle. All right, so the second level of influence is motivating. And you become a motivational influencer when you encourage people and you communicate and you connect with them on an emotional level. And this is where your story comes in. And so that's why I picked this book, The Stories That Stick, because when we connect to people on an emotional level, that's when they go, oh my gosh, they're real. That's a real person. She really believes in this. This is her lifestyle. This is who she is. And so this is becoming a person of influence that people will want to follow you. So modeling is the first level, motivating is the second level, and then the third level is mentoring. This is pouring your life, your vision into other people and helping them reach their potential. And so this comes about in our Arbonne businesses with the 30 days of healthy living. When we're coaching people through the 30 days to healthy living, we're mentoring them. And then when you're building a team, you're also mentoring your team. You're pouring yourself into your team. You're sharing your vision with your team. And this is the mentoring level of a person of influence. And then the fourth level is called multiplying. And this is where you're helping others become positive influencers in their lives of other people. And you're helping them pass it on. So this is when you're helping your team build their teams, okay? And so this is the level that in our Arbonne businesses that we want to get to, because this is where you're helping everybody else build their teams. I mean, you're still always working your central business, your central district. You're still always growing that, because as you can tell, the Arbonne incentive trip is totally focused on your central district. So you can't rely, and if anybody, did y'all see the little JPEG pic that was put up on, I think by Eleanor, on our Facebook page that showed, where your business is? Your business is the left-hand column, your team is the right-hand column. You really need to focus on the left-hand, because that's your central district, that's your central, and that's where you grow, your team grows over here. So we always are working our central district, but your team is where you're multiplying and you're helping them grow leaders on their team. And so those are the four levels of influence. And so really get good at modeling, get really good at motivating, and the mentoring and the multiplying will just come. Okay, so get good at those levels of influence. And how do you become a person of influence? Again, it's just getting out there and letting people know who you are and what you are about and what you believe in. And when people see that and believe it and trust you, then you're going to be an influencer in their circles. All right, that's all I have for tonight. So in closing, I want to wish you all a very, very, very Merry Christmas. Enjoy the holidays, enjoy your family, and just have an amazing week, and know that I love you all. Feel very blessed that you guys are on my team and that we're a part of this great business of Arbonne. And I am so excited for 2020. It's going to be huge for all of us. And, and if you decide it's going to be huge for you, it will be huge for you. It's all up here. It's in your head. It's what you decide to do with your business. All right, that's it. Does anybody have any questions before we jump off of here at 8:30, or anything that they want to share? Renee?
The January 7th Dream Team Zoom, do you have a time for that?
I have not put a time for that.
Okay.
What time would you like, Renee?
What day of the week is that?
That is
that a Tuesday?
I think so. Yes, a Tuesday.
Evenings are really the best.
Yeah, well, I was going to do it in the evening. If I did it at, is 8 o'clock, 9 p.m. too early, too late for you, 9 p.m. your time? Would you like it later? What about people that you would bring on board?
I would say 9 o'clock my time at the latest.
Okay, so it'll be 8 p.m. Central time. So 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. Now we have a time.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome. Anybody else? All right, well then we are good to go. Thank you guys for jumping on this evening, and again, wishing you all a very Merry Christmas. Love you all.
Thanks. Merry Christmas, everyone.